Hi, this is Jim Lyon, the host of the All That to Say podcast. Before you dive in today, be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel so that you can catch all of our fearless conversations. What are the prejudices about the Arab world that we hold in the West that we need to reconsider?
Yeah, first of all, we don't ride camels.
Well, there you go. There's a stereotype.
There are Lamborghinis, Ferrari, Porsche, all kind of sport cars in the Middle East.
Of course.
And we have snow.
There's snow.
So the majority of Arab people are not people who are against Americans. The majority are in love with America. And they want to move here, not to destroy America, but to achieve the American dream. And they're different in how they do things. They yell when they talk because when you grow up in a home where you can't talk, nobody listens to you, you tend to raise your voice. And Arabs have been raised that way, not in their homes, but as nations. Nobody would listen to them. Only the dictator who was running the country would say everything and nobody else talks. That's why they yell. A lot of different factors, but they do things different way. That's why many Americans look at Arabs and think they're weird or they're scary, but they're not. There are some Arabs are just look tough like I do, but they have a tender heart. And their intention is good. I'm telling you, I'm not talking about everybody. Not all Americans are good.
Right.
But I'm talking about Arabs in particular. They have values, but these values are different from the values in the West. So, for example, they would die to, if you ask anything from them, they would die to give you that thing. Mm-hmm. If you ask for help from them, go to any country in the Arab world as a tourist, for example, and ask them to get you anything. What do you call it? Let's bet on this. Ask for anything. They would do anything possible to give it to you.
There's a generosity of spirit.
They're very generous, very hospitable. But as I said, they're different. People are different. The craziness, this is what I tell my wife all the time when we see, the other day we saw some guy here in the U.S., and he's like trying to wear like a tree. He's trying to look like a tree. There was a tree coming out of his shirt. And so I told her, the craziness is different. Our crazy is different than their crazy, right?
But there's crazy everywhere.
They're crazy everywhere. But I appreciated when Americans, at the beginning when I started coming here, and until today, I have been coming here for years, and until today, when Americans are open and graceful, they're dealing with me with grace. Like they try to understand. If I ask the wrong question, in the Arab world, we have different kind of questions. We can ask you about your salary. You can't do that here, right? So it's like, so we appreciate that. As an Arab, I would appreciate that. And the same thing in the Arab world. So just normal human beings who are, could be in pain, they have dreams and all of that. But I would say always share the gospel. Always share the gospel and the gospel of grace in particular, because there are different versions of the gospel out there. The gospel of grace, just these people need to hear that they're loved.